is Torres and I am from class 91 and currently I am 14 years old, and today's topic is, should cell phones be banned in school? Yes or no? Many people know that nowadays a lot of teenagers my age or older are very addicted or even glued to their phones. In my opinion, I think school shouldn't ban phones. Why do I say that? Because I completely agree with the school not letting students use their phones during class time, but completely banning them from school property? Definitely not. Some of you guys may ask, what is a phone? Well, a phone is an electronic device that has the ability to make calls, text, etc. But not only that, a phone is still very important for communication, and for some people, such as teens, maybe that's the only way they can communicate with their family from school grounds. It is also still very important for emergencies or certain issues, because what if something happens to you or one of your classmates and no one's around that has a phone? At that moment, what would you do? At moments like that, a phone would be very handy, because when you have your phone with you, you could just call emergency services right away. However, there still should be some restrictions on phones, of course, because I'm a person where I believe that every single object that we use in this world always has a positive side and a negative side. And believe it or not, a phone is indeed a fun device to relax and have fun with, but it is very, and I mean extremely distracting, and is even harmful to a person's education, because as they be distracting for students during lessons, promoting cheating, and even causing other serious problems, such as watching inappropriate videos, sharing personal information, and even private photos, and even maybe playing video games in class. I'm not surprised to see how many students don't agree with banning cell phones in school. But I have to say though, I do understand what they mean, but they also have to look at the negative side, not only the positive side. Because, like, for example, bringing a phone to class to cheat on a test or on an exam, even if you had a high score, it still doesn't make you look smart or even proud, because the action you're doing is like saying, I don't know, I have given up, I don't want to even try. Let's go on YouTube, internet, Google, whatever, and search for the answer. Let me ask you all, to you, what does that mean? Because to me, it certainly means that person is lazy, that person has learned nothing in class, that person has given up already, and that person doesn't even bother to even try at least. And if you think about it for a minute, what is the point of wasting your parents' money that they had to work hard on so that they could pay for your school that you're going to, so that you could go to school to cheat and don't know anything at the end of the day? Therefore, to prevent this situation from happening, I propose that cell phones should be off limits during classroom settings, but only allowed during off time hours, like at lunch or at break or even at the library. And if there's an emergency or like a technical problem that involves them needing to go to the hospital or like the doctor right away, let them use it. Just always make sure they don't use it in class or for bad purposes. As a side note, I mentioned as technology advances, there's evolution, and a phone is an advancement in telecommunications, making it possible for people to communicate with each other at the precise needed moment, as if two parties were right next to each other. And as you know, in the old days when there weren't phones, a life could be lost, because the amount of time it would take to get an emergency team to the site of the event, in a situation like that, the team can be reached in seconds nowadays and not maybe in hours as before. Also, in a kidnapping, the cell phone's location could save that victim's life, because when you turn on your location on your cell phone, the police, the investigators, the detectives could track down and detect your location and know where you are, and that could save your life. And that is the end of my video. Thank you all for watching and listening to my video, and I hope to see you later. Take care and bye bye.